Hey guys, welcome to Amy Ulmer Yoga. You may want blocks and a strap for this gentle flow for hips and shoulders. So we will get started in child's pose. So knees can be wide or together, big toes touch. Bring the forehead down to the mat, stretch your arms out long in front. If you need to, you can place your forehead on a block. And just begin to tune into your breath. Inhaling, chest and belly expand. And exhale, empty out. Letting the hips sink and settle. And releasing any thoughts no longer serving you. Any concerns about the day, to-do lists. And with your next inhale, come up onto the fingertips. Hollow out your armpits. Wrap your outer arms down towards the mat. Shift hips back towards heels, stretching out your back. And then start to walk your hands over to the left. Hands can come down. Feel that stretch along the right side. Good, then gently walk back through center over to the right. Just feeling that stretch along the left side. Good, then gently walk back to center and press yourself up. And we'll come to a seat, kneeling. If that's okay on your knees, you can also do this just in a simple cross leg position. I like to kneel on a block. So if you have a block, you take it this way and in between your ankles. So you're sitting on the block, sitting up nice and tall. Roll your shoulders up, back, and down. And then we'll inhale, reach the arms up. Make sure you're not flaring your ribs, but drawing them in. Bend your right elbow, bring the left hand on top. Send the right palm down the back. Then you can stay right here or take the left thumb around and down. If fingers can catch fingers, or maybe you catch clothes. And if that's not working, there's no shame in grabbing a strap. So remembering to draw ribs in, you might have to move your right forearm out of the way so your head is not crunched down. You're reaching that right elbow up towards the ceiling, the left elbow down towards the mat. Good. Then release and reach both arms up. And then bend your left elbow. The right hand presses down to send that left palm down the back. And then either stay right here, grab a strap, or take your right thumb around and down, interlacing, or excuse me, just hooking fingers, not interlacing. And then keep the ribs, front ribs drawing in. Left elbow reaches up, right elbow down. You're rolling that right shoulder open, left tricep spinning in towards the face. Good. Then gently release, reach both arms up. And then bring the arms out to a T. Cross your right elbow over left, hooking at the elbows. You can either grab for opposite shoulders or bring the palms together for eagle arms. So spreading your shoulder blades, lifting the elbows to shoulder height if available, and then exhale, fold. Bring the elbows towards the belly. Inhaling, lift back up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round into your upper back. Inhale, lift up. This time unwind, reach the arms up. And then exhale, hands to a T or arms to a T. And this time bring your left elbow over right, hooking at the elbows and bringing the palms together or grabbing for opposite shoulders. Inhaling, lifting the elbows up a little bit if it's available, feeling that nice spread of the shoulder blades. Then exhale, fold. Inhale, lift up, lift the chest. Exhale, elbows towards navel. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, back up. Then release, reach the arms up. And exhale, the hands down. We'll come all onto the all fours. Tabletop. So we'll bring wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Knees are hips distance. Inhale, arch the back, draw the heart through the arms, gaze forward. Exhale, press the mat away, round into your upper back. Tuck the chin, tuck the tail. Inhale, arch the back, tilt the tail up, gaze forward. Exhale, press the mat away, round into your upper back. Take a couple more, moving with your own breath. Good. Then find a neutral position. Come up to a high kneeling position and extend your left leg out to the left so that your left heel lines up with your right knee. Slide your left hand down the left leg. The right arm arcs up and over. You can gaze up under the right armpit if that feels good. Feeling that stretch along the right side. And then inhale, back up. Keep the left leg extended. Bring the hands down to the mat. Start to walk them forward until your heart melts down towards the mat. You can bring your forehead down. Stretch the arms long. Arms are as straight as they can be. Wrap the outer arms down towards the mat. Taking a couple breaths. Good. Then with your next inhale, start to press yourself back up, or hands on the mat. Draw your left knee in. Send your right leg out to the right heel in line with left knee. Press yourself up to a high kneeling position. Slide your right hand down right leg. The left arm arcs up and over. Make like a pane of glass, drawing your ribs and navel in. Just enjoying that stretch along the left side. Good. Then torso comes back to center. Keep your right leg extended. Bring the hands down to the mat and slowly walk them forward until your forehead comes down. Keeping your left hip stacked over left knee. And reach the arms out long. The arms stay active. You're wrapping the outer arms down towards the mat. One more full cycle of breath. Good. Then gently walk hands back under shoulders. Draw the right knee in. And we'll come to a high kneeling position and step your right foot forward. Let the hips shift a little bit forward. Reach your arms up. Draw that right hip back slightly. Press into your feet. Stay lifted. And then cactus your arms. Lift your sternum. Good. Then interlace fingers behind you. Roll the shoulders open. You can also hook the thumbs or just wing your arms back. Keep pressing into the feet. Good. Then release. Heel toe your right foot a little more over to the right. Bring the hands down to the mat inside the right foot. You can either keep that back knee bent or tuck the back toes and lift the back knee to make this lizard a little more active. You can even lift and lower the hips a couple times. If you're super flexible, you might lower your forearms down to blocks or the mat. Just take one more full cycle of breath here. Good, then lower that back knee if it's not already. Drag the right foot back to tabletop. Come up to a high kneeling position. Step your left foot forward. Inhale, sweep the arms up, shifting the hips slightly forward, pressing into the feet. Good, then cactus the arms, lift your sternum. Imagine you want to scrape the back wall with your elbows. Good, then interlace fingers the other way behind you, roll the shoulders open. Stay lifted so you're not sinking down into the hips. release, bring the hands down, heel toeing the left foot a little more over to the left. For lizard, you can keep the back knee down or tuck the back toes and lift the back knee. You might even lift and lower the hips with the breath. Just let the breath be your guide if you want to lower your forearms onto blocks or onto the mat. So keep the head involved so it's not hanging down. Back of the head has some lift. Take one more full cycle of breath. Then lower the back knee down if it's not already. Drag the left foot back. We'll bring the hands a little forward of your shoulders. Tuck the toes and lift your hips up and back for down dog. Spread your fingers wide. Make sure you're pressing into the whole hand, the knuckle pads. Firm your forearms in towards each other. You can pedal out the feet if it feels good. Spread your shoulder blades wide. Good, then find stillness. Really lift the hips up and back. And then slowly step feet to hands, forward fold at the top of the mat. And then press into the feet, ragdoll your way up to stand. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down as you get there. Bring your right hand behind you. Take hold of the eye of the left elbow. Roll your shoulders open, and then lower your right ear towards your right shoulder. Just feeling that stretch along the left side of the neck. If you'd like, you can move the head around, just tilting it back a little bit, and then drawing the chin towards chest. Keep the ribs drawing in. Good, then release, head to center. We'll take the left hand around behind, grabbing the eye of the right elbow, and then lowering your left ear towards your left shoulder. Let the shoulders drop down. Good. And then if you'd like, you can move the head around slightly forward and back. Release, head to center, interlace fingers behind your head. Press into your feet, lift your chest, start to arch back, just bringing your head into your hands, feeling that support of your hands as you do a little baby back bend. Good, then as you exhale, keep that and fold. Keep the hands behind the head. Forward fold. Good, then release the arms, ragdoll your way up to stand. So you're at the top of the mat. Inhale, sweep the arms up, and exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, fingers to shins, halfway lift. Exhale, step back to down dog. Good. On an exhale, step your right foot forward, or you can always pick up your ankle and put it there, lower the back knee down. Inhale, come back into that low lunge with the back knee down and start to back bend. Lift your chest, bring your interlaced fingers behind your head, and again, just lean your head back into your hands. Stay lifted. Good. Then exhale, release the hands, frame the front foot, tuck the back toes, step back, down dog. Take a full cycle of breath. And then on an exhale, step your left foot forward, lower the back knee down. Inhale, sweep the arms up, interlace fingers behind your head, and lean your head back into your hands as you press into your feet and lift the sternum and arch back a little bit. Nice. Then release. Hands frame the front foot, step it back to down dog. And then lower the knees down to the mat. Come up to a high kneeling position for camel. So bring your hands to your low back. Lift and narrow your hip points so you're lengthening the top butt towards the bottom butt. And then lift your sternum, arch back. And elbows draw towards each other. Take one more breath. Good. Then child's pose. Knees can be together or wide. Crawl the hands out in front. Bring the forehead down. And then gently come back up. We'll bring the feet around in front for gomukhasana. So we'll bend your left knee, bringing the left heel towards the right glute, and then stack your right knee on top of left. And if that's not working, keep your left leg extended straight out of the hip joint. So you're making this sort of even shape as best you can with your legs. And then reach your left arm up, bend the left elbow, right hand comes on top of the left elbow to send the left palm down the back. And then option to stay right here or bring the right thumb down and around, interlacing fingers. Move the forearm out of the way so your head is not crunched forward. And then you can stay right here if this is plenty of a stretch, or if it's available, fold forward any amount, keeping the breath steady. Just noticing how you're talking to yourself, just being compassionate with wherever you are. Good. One more full cycle of breath. And then with your next inhale, come up and unwind. Bring the soles of the feet down, the hands behind you. Let the knees go over to one side and then over to the other side. Good. Then back to center. This time we'll bend the right knee and stack left knee on top of right, or keep the right leg extended if that works better for your body. So feet are flexed and as best you can, making that even shape with the legs. Whew, and each side will be different. This is my tighter side. Inhale, reach your right arm up, bend the right elbow, the left hand presses down on top. You can stay here, grab a strap or bring the left thumb around and down. If fingers can catch fingers, then spin the right tricep in towards your face and roll the left shoulder open as best you can. Stay right here or fold any amount. Doesn't matter how far you get. Notice the sensations without judgment. Just noticing what comes up. Take one more full cycle of breath. And then with your next inhale, gently come up. Again, take the soles of the feet to the mat, hands behind you. Let the knees go to one side and then the other. And then I invite you to either lie back into Shavasana or sit in meditation. Sometimes it's hard at home with all the distractions to be in Shavasana. Sometimes meditation works better for me, but do what's best for you. Wherever you are, soften the muscles in the face. And again, just noticing the thoughts that come up without judgment or without snapping back. And I invite you to stay here as long as serves you. Thank you so much for joining me. The light in me sees and honors the light in you. Namaste.